comments here about some things that I think that have come about over the weekend, but also just in general, some things that we're dealing with. Like, I mean, I'm looking around and I'm seeing, you notice that we have a lot of symbols that are, shout out to Mr. Pearson, that are doused in what he refers to as a purple that's of the Phoenician ilk. I mean, you have to go on his channel to get that background. That's not my material. That's his. Those are his ideas and his assertions. But I do notice that shade seems to be creeping into everything. It's starting to creep into products, whether it be medications, definitely the healthcare system. So it's like we're being purple washed into the cashless kingdom come. And I want to say this in reference to Mr. Pearson when he says, you know, if you long for thy kingdom will come. And that's what they are longing for, their own, for this liberal world order, the NWO, aka the NWO. Okay, so I do think it's a good assertion. You know, when this came out some time ago about the whole idea of a cashless bail system out of New York, places New York, I never put it together that the pieces are right there. Well, they're prepping, they're massaging, they're prepping everyone for a cashless society, okay? That's what they're doing. I think, what was it? If I'm not mistaken, if you guys have the liner, you know, tag me in. I will find the liner. But I do believe that Starbucks, I think they've already gone cashless. And, you know, when you end up with all these things, with all these, oh, well, it's for safety and security, you know, it's like, woe to man. It's like, whoa. Everything's been under the auspices of safety and security. Okay? Safety and security. I mean, yes. So I'm just thinking that's just something that you know everybody should be abreast of, that they are ushering in the cashless society. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Le Chinois, they are already on a cashless. They're already operating under that society. But I think, you know, of course. But I do think that it's going to be a surveillance society. You won't be able to spend as much, or be, you know, you won't have your funds, whatever your funding is, it'll be less discretionary. It'll be a less discretionary, you know, funding for you. I've heard all kinds of things from, you know, people saying, oh, well, buy this, buy silver, buy gold, you know, get some cash. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, you guys are out there. You guys see what's going on. You see what's happening, of course, in your own, you know, news regimen, or just observations. But I think I didn't put, my point is, I never put together that the cash bail system could very well be a vital piece to this, you know, to this cashless society that's upon us. You got to start in government, right? And you better believe that there's in that legislation, what is it? This Illinois state also not, that says that they are not affiliated with the government, okay? Which you can't convince me that they're not, okay? But I'm going to tell you something, you know, it's like the corporations are another arm of the government as well. The corporations are. So, you know, they were all under, you know, when what was it? President Joe Biden was putting out all these executive orders, or these, you know, putting out all of these little fiat laws, or man under the same umbrella. So I'm just thinking, like, you know, we've been talking about this for a while, the preppers and all these things. better get yourselves together. You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time, because especially if we're going to end up in a situation where I have never seen the purge, but you just wait. Where one of these states creates a law, there will be other states that will follow. Which to me, this is just another point of division. This is another awareness. So that means you and your protection is going to go down. Your surveillance goes up, and your safety and protection goes down. There's not going to be anybody at some point. It's not going to be anybody to call, because everything's going to be. I think everything's going to kind of start. That who knows? They're going to probably open up in that bill. There's probably jobs. There's probably jobs out there for them to that people are going to answer calls, kind of like 911 calls, and you're just going to be routed to somebody that said, after they say, oh, well, we can't arrest this person, or we can't do this, or we can't do that. You're going to be treated like an EMS call. And so I'm just thinking, you don't really have a whole lot of time. And I'm telling you, like, these prices, and I've been talking about these prices. I think the crime is going to, skyrocket anyway, because it's getting more and more difficult. The prices of everything, the inflation is so, it's so bad that even the staples kind of places that people used to swear by Walmart, that dare I say back in the day, but you can't swear by Walmart. No, you can't. Not to me. So yeah, I'm just thinking, and then this is like surveillance, cashless bail kingdom is coming, and the surveillance kingdom is coming. That I think that cashless kingdom come as well as the surveillance kingdom come as well is on the way. So just I'm just saying, because I've even told you guys about I don't know, one of those Green New Deal bills also will include surveillance, and I would imagine that this cashless bail system there's some things in there that people don't know about that are going to be included. But I think for one, I told you guys about Allstate, all of your everything that's got safety, that's been aligned with safety in the past, is going to come with surveillance. I think Allstate has an app now, or they probably, I don't know if it's Progressive that already has. There's already a tool that you can install, or I don't know if it's like a teleporter. It's probably a freaking teleporter system that you can install into your vehicle. And Progressive is going to give you, hello, Charlie Ziegler. Hello, Uncle Paranoia. Thank you guys so much for coming in. That you can install into your vehicle, and they will rate you based on your behaviors or your tendencies as a driver. And I said all that to say this. I'm going back to a bill that I heard about before, in which some of the newer vehicles are going to include probably some kind of surveillance or technology as well in there, so that if you perhaps say, for instance, by example, if you are driving a vehicle, or maybe you've had something to drink, who knows, you might end up that your particular vehicle may be, into a limit of alcohol content that's not legal. I think that these vehicles are going to be, I think that was a part of one of the packages, the acts or the bills that they came up with. So, I couldn't put you in the same, but I'm just thinking the cashless kingdom come as well as the surveillance kingdom come are, they're in the same vein, okay? So that means when they say safety, that means surveillance. The surveillance is coming. Surveillance kingdom come is coming. And they've been wishing it for a long time. And it's already been in the making. In fact, I'm pretty sure the technology has already been, already there. And on a lighter note, this kind of makes me think about the kind of technology that they've done the pre-predictive programming. Can you imagine all the vehicles or all the cartoons in the past that you had the talking vehicles and the Knight Rider? I can't even think of is it Kel, or what was the name of the name of the computer system inside of Knight Rider. I bet that car had those kinds of, that hypersensitivity was available. An AI has, it's not anything new. Okay, it's really not. So, oops, I think I'm screwing up here. But yeah, I think some things are going to get a little bit crazy here in a second. But we've had enough signs. We've had enough signs, and some people are just unconcerned, or either, what is it? They say cognitive dissonance is a hard thing to overcome. Well, I believe it is. It is, but I also say this. I can't remember what the scripture is. It says, "My people fail for a lack of knowledge," but also the people don't finish that scripture. They never finish the scripture on, my people perish for the lack of knowledge, because it goes on to say, I'm paraphrasing here, go look it up for yourself, that generally, if you ignore, or if you deny the information that is available that I've given to you, then I will deny you. So I'm just saying, a lot of people are going to, this cashless kingdom come and the surveillance kingdom come, it's going to hit people hard. For lack of better words, my dad used to say, going to kick people in the bum sickle really hard. It's going to kick you in the bum sickle. So I'm just saying, but like I said, this whole situation, I'm not fearful of what Illinois is going to do, because I imagine that California is going to do the same thing. It's probably already in the books. These people are sharing. They share. You can't convince me that they're not sharing notes, or it's not already on the books. They've been planning and plotting this thing for a long time. It's just by the time they tell us, by the time they release the information onto the public, there is no time to actually, there's not a lot of time to prepare. There's just not. But like I said, I do believe in biblical prophecy. I do believe, I can't remember which scripture is this, there's nothing new under the sun. No, there is not. This has all been foretold. And yeah, it's just, I but we did have signs, that, what was it, Air Schwab and some of these people of the We Forum, that they wanted to accelerate their that agenda 2030 or whatever, because they were behind, because I think their plans have not gone as planned, and as a result, they've decided to I guess kick it up a notch. But like I said, you guys that are on this channel and other channels, my channel, for the lack of a better word, I guess it's a little bit niche, but I think it serves its purpose. And like I said, I still want to do a 411, a prep 411. And it's not even all about, sometimes prepping and refueling is not all about, tangible and resources, which we're going to do that. But it's also about, just your day-to-day. So yeah, Samoan Watchman, and thank you so much, Charlie Ziegler. I really appreciate it. And Charlie says we have to reject a cashless diabetes. Well, some of us are going to see it, and some of us have been scared into not only cognitive dissonance, but submission as well. Some people are going to submit no matter what. That's what they're going to do. They're going to submit, and they're going to give you, for the lack of a better word, the side eye, because you did not. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, I'm out of view right now, but I'm going to try to catch up with some. Like I said last week, I'm going to try to catch up with some streams or whatnot. I hope you guys are doing well out there, but I'm telling you, I think it's not for us to I think we don't need to fear these things. I just think that we just have to be, prepared, and prepared is in many ways as you can be. Like I said, it's not all about, it's not all about resources, and it's not all about resources, but the mental, you know, we have to keep seasoning and cycling our mental or whatever spiritual, strength and nutrients as well. We have to, because that's what these are the times. So I appreciate you guys as always for coming on. But yeah, like I said, New York, we have to remember New York was the first to go there. Right. It's Hosea 4. Keep the bread bowls and all this stuff going on. You're, as long as they come on, it's all that's what the entertainment and the people that these people actually so-called do in governing it. All of the, for first and foremost, I'm just saying this on an HBCU. The HBCU is not something new, okay? I think it is a tool that they are using, unfortunately, to blindside people, people that are not going to question their government at all. They know. They're going to curse the government, but then they're also not going to criticize. They'll curse them, but they'll never criticize, never question them. They want to draw it down to the melanin in their skin, which we all know that things, we all know the past, okay? We know the Mississippian past is less than, they've had their history, okay? We know. I'm not here to do a history lesson, but I'm saying the distraction for people of my background, whether you call yourself black or whatever, to me, the assault starts. They will use black people until their cashless kingdom comes, okay? They're going to do that too. You will be a tool or a pawn of the cashless until the cashless kingdom comes. All right? Or the surveillance kingdom comes. You will be that tool. Okay? They don't give a damn about your safety. Don't give a damn about your health. It's all about, the deception and the manipulation. That's what it's about. And keeping you distracted with some bread bowls. And you don't have clean water, but you got a bread bowl and you got some entertainment. That's what they want. Okay? I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm going to come back later, but I'm just saying the amount of distractions, the TRUMP distractions that keep going, and that's all they, we've all got our own opinions on that, but I'm going to come back later, but I'm just saying, keep your eyes open, and yep, I think the cashless kingdom come and the surveillance kingdom come are one and the same. So we'll go more into this later, but anytime you hear the cashless, that's, and they already know. I think also on a metaphysical level, I think this whole situation with CERN and the amount of people that they are going to, I think they've unleashed some things. They've already unleashed some darkness that people aren't aware of. Some people think everything is all daisies and sunshines and unicorns or whatever, but there's just as much darkness out here as there is that light and that sunshine. And I think a lot of crazy things have happened since, July 5th, and then of course the place that I never made it to, the good old the GSS, the Georgia SS. I never made it there, but look what happened. Okay. So I will get back with you guys later. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Together, I would like to put together a panel. If you're interested in being on a panel, whatever, it won't be cashless. I won't be promoting. You want to do it. All right, guys. Well, have a great Monday and a great start. And and hang on, buckle up for the cashless kingdom come, because they're willing it on to us.